Hello and welcome to the latest vodcast from iBook Publishing with me, Steve Syder. In previous vodcasts, I've talked about how the look and feel of your book is very important to give it a professional looking finish to attract potential readers. What I want to turn my attention to now is how to actually sell your book once it's been converted into an ebook. This, of course, is vitally important because there's a lot of competition out there. Thousands of people every day are printing ebooks and they're all vying for readers' attention along with yours. The first point I'd make is really a very simple one, but it's overlooked by so many people who publish their own novels or have them published through an ebook aggregator. Your spelling and your grammar must be good. It sounds simple, but lots of people miss it. At the very, very least, you must go through it using something like Microsoft Word and the facilities in that to check spelling and grammar. Secondly, the thing you can do is give your manuscript to friends and family to read. Choose people who are regular readers anyway, who'll be happy to help you, and ask them to go through it, read it, and to give you constructive, honest feedback. You don't want flannel, you don't want them telling it's great if it's not. You need constructive feedback from them. And then take that on board and make changes and really consider what they've had to say to you. It's commonly known that when we write something ourselves, we can read it a dozen times and we can miss mistakes in it because we read what we think we wrote, not what we actually did. And that's why it's important to get other people to read your manuscript as well. Ideally, you should have it professionally edited and proofread. And if you can afford to do that and to pay that extra and put that extra investment into your final novel, it will pay dividends. And on the iBook Publishing website, we actually recommend someone who will do that professional job for you. Next, I want to move on to the cover. You know yourself from when you've browsed in bookstores, covers attract people. And the cover for an ebook potentially has to be very different to the cover for a book that's going to sit on the shelf, because it will actually, on the website, on the online retailer's website, it's only going to be postage stamp size. So give careful consideration to whether your cover will look good at that size. Does it give the right message out? Can potential readers tell from what your cover looks like what the genre is and what kind of thing they can expect if they buy it? Again, it's worth considering investing in a professional book cover creator, but then again, you're obviously a creative person because you've written the book. You might want to have a go at doing this yourself, but ultimately you've got to ask yourself, is this cover good enough? Does it look professional enough to attract the readers? And again, we can give you advice about who to go to have that done, or just Google book cover creators. There are a lot of people out there offering that service who'll do a very good job for you. Next, you need to consider the fact that a lot of online retailers nowadays offer the first 3 chapters of your book for free as a taster. So you've really got to polish those 3 chapters, and they've got to draw the audience in. That's all the time you have in many cases to actually sell your novel. So think very carefully about what the first 3 chapters say. A lot of people argue that nowadays using ebook reading, using the first 3 chapters to draw people in, spoils the art of novel writing, because you can't have a slow burn, a slow introduction. You've got to get straight to the meat straight away. Now, I actually disagree with that criticism, because in conventional publishing, all you get is to send the first 3 chapters to a potential literary agent. So things really haven't changed in that way. And I actually think the slow burn novel is a luxury that only established authors and well-known names can afford to do. So bear that in mind. Your first 3 chapters are your sales pitch. get the novel out there in the first place. In the next podcast, I'm going to talk a little bit more about marketing your ebook once it's out there, so I'll hope you join me again then. In the meantime, bear in mind, if you've any questions, go along to the iBook Publishing website, contact page. I'm more than happy to help whether you use our services or not. So until next time, thank you and goodbye.